friends. Today we're going to make some lasagna. And so I've already got my pot of water to boil my noodles on the stove, and it's fixing to be boiling pretty soon. And I'm going to show you the ingredients that we will need. The ingredients that you'll need is some lasagna noodles, and those are oven ready. I do not do it like the package says. I boil them even though they're oven ready. That was just all that was available with the pandemic. That was the only package that I could choose from. So a package of those and some ground beef, and I'm using 93.7%. Some garlic, onion. We're gonna cook that with the meat, and then I'm just using Prego. Sorry about the sliding, guys. And then I have some ricotta, and I have some cottage cheese, and then I also have some grated cheese, the mozzarella provolone, and then the Kobe and Monterey Jack. So to get started, I'm going to put the fry the meat and put some garlic and onion in the skillet, and put the noodles in the water, and I always use a splash of olive oil. To me, it just kind of helps it from sticking. Okay, we got our noodles in the pot, and then we got our hamburger meat here, and we're just gonna cook that down until it's done. And I did use a whole onion and quite a bit of garlic. I don't put a lot of other seasonings on the meat just because I know the sauce has plenty of seasoning on in the jar. So the only difference about these noodles here, they'll eventually slide down there and fit, but they just kind of have ridges in them, and I think they just cook faster. But see, I've only had these in there for maybe a minute, if that, and they're already starting to go down there. So it doesn't take long for those to get done. Those will get done way sooner than this meat will, and then we'll start assembling it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I got my meat done and my noodles done, and this is 2.5 pounds of meat. And if you don't like onions, you can use onion powder or garlic powder or whatever. So I've got cottage cheese, and this is a 16-ounce cottage cheese. I'm going to use that whole tub. And then on my ricotta, this is a 32-ounce. I didn't have a 16-ounce, so I'm just going to use half. Put it in here. Cottage cheese kind of makes it have more juice. It don't seem so dry. And we're going to mix these two together. Now I will put a little bit of salt and pepper in this, but that's it, because like I said earlier, the sauce has enough spices in it. So we're just going to stir that together. And I have a pound of the mozzarella provolone, and then the Kobe. I'm going to use the cheddar and Kobe. I'm not going to use a lot of that because it kind of makes it greasy, I think. And so if you want to kind of look down in this pan, what I'm going to do, now sometimes I make my own sauce, but it's just as good, I think, to do it this way. So I put a little bit in the bottom. You want to scoot over here where you can see down in this pan? I got me a cameraman. He shows up, I recruit him. And we're going to just layer some noodles. Don't worry if it's kind of wet, because that just kind of adds and makes it juicy. Whoops. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. We also have Instagram and Facebook if you want to check that out. It don't have to be all perfect because it's all going to be covered up. Okay, and so we're going to put some meat. This will make a good sized pan and maybe a little extra. You put as little or as much as you want. And then we're going to put some of this. And I should have put that on the bottom so it would spread better, but it's okay. I don't like ricotta by itself, so that's why I like to mix it with the cream or the cottage cheese. So that's going to do like that, and then we're going to put cheese. I love this cheese here, so we're going to be generous with it. So, and just a little dash of this kind of cheese. And that's our first layer. And then we're going to go again. Put some more sauce.
Noodles?
I'll put sauce first. We could just use the same spoon because it's all going to be the same. And we're going to continue with another layer. And you just keep on layering that until you get to the end. And I will show you the end in when we get to the last layer. Okay, so we got it all layered like we want. And then on this top part, I'm going to put a big old handful of cheese. You can't hardly have too much cheese. And then just a little bit of this cheese. Like I said, I don't use a lot of this cheese because to me it's greasy. And then we're going to put some parsley flakes on top just for looks. And it bakes up real pretty and stuff. And we'll put this in a 350 oven for about 30-35 minutes.
Ooh, I don't know about this. There we go. Who else wants a little shot? For this day, for all you've done for us, bless this food to our bodies. Bless the hands prepared it. Help us to serve you better. In your name we ask. Amen.